Morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our Quality Management System Lead Auditor course. On behalf of TCB, I have great pleasure to welcome you all in this exciting program, which I assure you to be one of your finest journey of learning. My name is Madhusudan Ray. I'm a mechanical engineer with almost 33 plus years of experience in the region and across the globe. Over last 3.5 decades almost, I've been involved in quality management system implementation, audit and training and trained more than 1,000 plus lead auditors across the globe. With my entire life's experience and 2.5 years of rigorous exercise and research and development, I developed this program. And when we got our approval from IRCA in the year 2011, we are the first body from Kuwait and entire Middle East region to have achieved this coveted accomplishment. In this program, you are going to learn how to plan, perform, report, and follow up a quality management system audit in accordance with ISO 9001 2015 standard as the criteria, in accordance with 19011 2018, which is the guidance document telling you how to plan, perform, report, follow up audits, also selection of auditors and other criteria that is essential learning for you to become an exceptionally great auditor. During the course, we are going to use a technique called accelerated learning. In this process, we act as a facilitator of learning. We share some concepts, which is about 30% of the time. Remaining 70% of the time, you are going to apply those concepts in real life. There are 17 case studies. You are going to take part. Some of them are tasks. Some of them are role plays. You are going to act as a team member and also present your team's output as a team leader in some of the activities. By doing that, you develop ability to work in a team as well as lead your team the way team leader or lead auditor does in real certification audits. At the end of the program, there will be an examination, which is an online CBT computer-based test directly conducted by IRCA, for which you get 30 days time to prepare and write the exam from the place of your choice and comfort. We'll give you more information about the examination in right time. Well, how we are different. There are many training providers offering quality management system lead auditor program. Many of them are IRCA approved. There are almost 100 companies in the world who now has IRCA approval. And there are many others who are offering this training in partnership with the approved training partners. So many people are asking me or asking us that how you are different. This is the same IRCA approved training partners, definitely same IRCA approved or acceptable tutors, and IRCA approved certificate. So how are you different? There is a huge difference. Without undermining or getting into a negative campaign, I would like to tell you certain facts which you must consider before you select your training provider. Basically, you are buying a training service. You are a customer. You are a purchaser in a way and buying training service from a provider. So as a part of evaluation, the way you would be doing in clause number 8.4 in ISO standard, you are going to see the credibility and credential of the training provider. Are they genuine? Are they going to give the right training? Are they going to give the adequate training? As the tutor good enough? They might meet the minimum requirement, but there are a huge number of universities in the world, but Harvard is standing apart and standing ahead of curve from others because they're exceptionally different. So the product coming out from Harvard is different from many other institutions without undermining any providers or any universities in the world. Harvard produces possibly the best of the best management graduates. So what I'm saying is there are many providers. So you have to see what way we are different from others. For example, there is uncompromising attitude towards training. I've seen many organizations do not offer full 40 hours program in all their programs, particularly in the evening program. Sometime in 25 hours or less than 30 hours, course is completed. So this is a serious compromise. Without 40 hours effective sit time, you really cannot complete the entire course content with your degree of confidence. If there is a compromise in the training itself, how a training provider can create exceptionally great auditor? This is the first question. Now, after this comes evaluation process. So unless we evaluate the learners and we know where they're strong and where they're weak, how can we provide the guidance for them to strengthen their areas where they need to strengthen? So we conduct an examination. We are also an organization accredited by ISAT USA in accordance with NC standard. This accreditation gives us the status of an awarding body and award CEU, which is called Continuous Education Unit, which is in accordance with American standard. And this credit is creditable for any certification program and maintaining professional credentials. So we are conducting an examination on 7 to 10 days. We review the question papers and there is subjective question and objective question. This is very similar way earlier IRCA exams used to be conducted. Once we look at the question paper and their answers, we know where the candidate, where the person is very strong, where they are not so strong, where they need to improve. This feedback is unique because you might pass with 50% mark or 70%, still you have made 30% errors or mistakes. Now, if you make, or maybe some of the questions you could not have answered because of the time or other limitations, if you make mistakes, 30% assuming that these mistakes in the place of your work when you go as an auditor could be fatal. You can raise nonconformity where there is no nonconformity due to your wrong interpretation. And if there is nonconformity, you do not raise it, you are not adding enough value and opening up an opportunity for improvement by a systematic problem solving process, which is why corrective actions are raised. So this is another aspects of our training. We give this kind of an awareness, this kind of an assessment and a feedback to individual with due consideration of their privacy of information. So this goes to individual candidate. And also with this, you get a second certificate in accordance with ISAT criteria. And this certification process also meets the independent examination requirement where the examination is separated from the trainer and the marker. So you get a truly valuable certificate, 2 certificates from the same program, and you go with greatest of confidence for IRCA examination. Now, IRCA earlier was not conducting the examination. Since 2020 to September, October onwards, IRCA started conducting the exams. Earlier, all the training providers, accredited training partners, they call it approved training partners, used to conduct the examination using IRCA exam paper, mark them and award the certification. IRCA understandably found risks into this certification process and the credibility was into question by many malpractices that they have identified. In fact, IRCA exam paper was compromised and was published in public domain. By doing so, some miscreants tried to ruin the credibility of IRCA certification. So IRCA took over the examination themselves. So after providing the training, we upload your personal data in IRCA portal. You get unique learner number. You write the exam using the link provided by IRCA. Then the results are provided to the approved training partner, for example, TCB, and we issue the certificate with mentioning your unique learner number using IRCA logo in our certification format, which is the highest recognized certification in the world for quality management system auditor or other management system auditors. Now, one more thing is we conduct this program in the evening. Most of the programs are in the evening. So if you are having time constraints to take 5 full days time, and it's not easy to concentrate 8 hours on a small screen, so it could be a good option to have 4.5 hours of time over 9 days period to give 40 hours. So you have got a very comfortable pace of learning. At the same time, you got an adequate dose and serious engagement, and you have got ample time for 30 more days to prepare. And that's the time we also provide good guidance like many other organizations do not possibly provide, because these are add-on services. These are not mandatorily required by IRCA, and we are providing this. Even many learners from different organizations attending programs from our competing, we do not say competitor or counterparts, are doing the program from there and coming to us for advice and suggestions, and we gladly provide assistance and support to them how to do things better as best as we can. By doing that, we try to help them to gain their certification and move on their career path. So these are some of the things that we do. One more thing is our tutors are the best in class tutors with international experience. And by doing that, we bring international perspective. So you gain from someone who has got extensive experience over 2.5 to 3 decades as a minimum. And in our program, we get persons from West, Europe, America, Middle East, and of course, India and Far East. So you are actually connecting the global friends and become audited together, interact with international learners from different countries in the world. So you learn together with international participants and exchange your ideas and views. That's a fascinating experience. Now, one more thing is it's not only the trainers and the training we provide. We bring a lot of fun. For example, we are conducting breakout rooms. So the exercise that you do in our program are exceptionally different. It's a great fun to work when 9 students are there, 9 learners are there. We break them into 3 rooms, say 3, peace, harmony, and love, for example. So these 3 participants form a group, and they are acting sometimes as team members, sometimes as team leader, and all of them in turn are presenting their cases. So there is a good cohesive team is created throughout the program. So this team will continue to do their group workshops and output. That's a great fun. This breakout room is one of the most fascinating experience you can experience in our program. One more interesting thing is we have got Kahoot quiz. You can take part. The smartest way of taking part in a quiz using your smartphone, we use kahoot.it. You can log in using your smartphone. You come online. We can show the question in the shared screen and answer from anywhere in the world. And instantly you can see your mark, which is marked by Kahoot, and there is a quiz contest. That's the greatest of the fun, and we bring a lot of wonderful gifts and recognitions to those who are participating in such kind of fun games. As an organization, we try to remain ahead of curve and set trends for others to follow. We are not the biggest of the organization. We are relatively a small organization. But in terms of reputation, in terms of our commitment to purity, we are second to none in the world. That could be one of the reasons most of our students are doing extremely well. They are working in very senior positions in different organizations. They refer to their colleagues to our programs. We are getting huge number of referral from our brand ambassadors, and they're sending many of my learners who are mothers now sending their kids, or the fathers sending their kids to our program, because I feel this is how we can create a wonderful quality world and new generation of professionals by giving purest of the pure training to help them build their career, a superb career, and building a quality nation. So these are some of the things I would like to do, and we are very proud and happy to do as a training provider. Precisely this is the reason I have opted to get the most difficult targets and ambitions to have IRCA as well as ISET accreditation, which keeps us ahead of the curve. Last but not the least, I have got a group of practitioners, and you can become part of auditing practice group of TCB trained auditor. You can contribute, become part of the team, contribute, and also get benefit from the senior auditors who did our program in the past. And there's a vibrant community, and you get a lot of supports and advice whenever you have got a challenging situation. And I remain committed to support you all through. I think I did not mention that in recent time we have introduced learning management system. It's one of the most fascinating experience you are going to get. Once you register online, you can get access to our learning management system, which is in addition to our training that we provide. You are going to have access to all the videos and workshops and case studies and some assignments and quizzes. By doing that and knowing the right answers and where you are not doing so right, you can develop yourself to be a brilliant auditor. So take advantage of our provisions that we are offering very, very gladly. I would like to mention one more thing. We have introduced a scheme called Earn Your Own Credit. Earn Your Own Credit. 50% is the pass mark right now. So if you are scoring above 50%, we are offering credit points which will be equivalent to some amount of monetary equivalent. So for example, if you score 60% mark for the 10 mark that you score better, more than pass mark, you will earn a credit depending on the countries where you are, depending on the fees you pay. A percentage of the fee is returned back to you to encourage your future program. That's a wonderful way of recognizing your effort because you earned your own credit. So 10% extra mark that you scored is going to benefit you for your future programs. This mark, you can gift it to someone and can become their mentor as well. So these are some of the things I would like to do, and I'm very happy to do that. As a professional, this is my commitment to provide and give back all that I have gained in this life so that it goes back to many brains and many minds that I've gained, and this is not wasted with my lifetime. So I'd be more than happy to share and retain and preserve this knowledge that I gained and share this knowledge with as many as I can so that the accumulated knowledge is transferred to many brains. I assure you that I will do everything possible to make this one of your finest journey of learning. Thank you so much.